Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that the first alternate ending would be the one where we've gone the wrong way a lot.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Right, and I thought instead of jumping off, warning, do not jump from the car thing while its motion will cause death. Cool. Right.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
So I'll
we've
trust
gotten
him
off
and
on
I'll
the
go that
wrong
way.
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
It's an ominous door. It's a... Oh.
That's her, Stanley.
Hello.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
Well,
Oh,
that's just
come
me.
on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
So mean.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
It's so mean. Why would you do that?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, God. Press V.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
I want to
Now he's
leave.
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
V-U-I-M.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Oh,
First,
goddammit.
he imagined that one day while
said
at
watch
work,
TV.
he
I
stepped
wanted to
up
watch
from his
TV.
desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys. He'll do nothing.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Mean.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Oh.
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy,
What
and
changed?
so in his head he relived it
God damn it.
again, and then
it
again,
fun?
and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Oh, God damn
How
it.
could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Cool beans. Well, we'll see who wins this one. This might get terribly boring for anyone watching. God damn it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Peter question nothing. Oh dear.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
I want to go out
so
the door.
Different, I suppose.
Can
I'll
I
try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
please
Stanley
die?
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I...
God damn it. It's just like, well, screw you then. And we're back at the start. Right. Okay. New one. Let's see what we can find. We're gonna... This time, instead of going up, we're gonna go down and see where this leads. Ooh, red light. Danger! Warning. Warning.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Oh, God damn it!
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up.
And then he'll wake up
himself.
In his office.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
The wife's a
All
lie!
I want is my life.
I've already had that alternate ending. It's a lie.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
That sounded so sad. Oh.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay. That was weird.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh dear. Well, time for a new one, I think. I'll see you in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the right and then
the correct way to the meeting
through
room, and
the
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And then see what happens if you turn.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Right, we'll go this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope. Let's see where this goes. Excellent. Is it like a shortcut?
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
God damn it!
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's really... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I think this is taking the mickey of like those the games where you can see a clear path and then it will just block it and you have to go a different way.
Down, left, right.
Oh god.
Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, hello. Well, that's a van. Scary van. Oh, we'll go this way. Oh, hello.
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh god, I think there was another entrance as well. Oh jeez. Right, we'll see what happens when we just go straight on at that point now. What the?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over,
Okay.
completely fresh.
I-
Everything should be...
This is the room that should have had the two open doors.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
Maybe.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
I want to go that way.
Let's find the story.
Oh Jesus, there's so many choices! Ah! We're not going that... No, go this way. Alright, so... What? What? This is just confusing.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
God!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Right.
decided to go to the meeting
If
room.
anything
Perhaps
changes,
he had
I'll
simply missed
start
the memo.
again. Oh dear. Yeah, we got to the... This is the room that is meant to have the two doors again, and now there's...
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh God's sake. Okay. I bet it's going to lead you back into the starting room. I never saw that door before.
Aha!
Oh,
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
well, let's keep going around in circles.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh God, why? What the hell?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Oh God, what the hell?
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay, oh God, what?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line.
Adventure
How simple
line!
is that?
Mathematical, man. Oh dear. That's not the... Oh, whatever. Well, let's follow it. But I'm so tempted not to.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life
Okay,
itself?
let's just see if it makes sense.
Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of
so
your existence
you have to
rests
follow the line.
inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yes, quite whiteboard, quite. Question mark made of question marks. What? What? Oh, it's a zigzag. Zigzag. Wait a second. Right, so we came from that way, so it wants me to go down there, really, but it also leads round here. Wait, is this bike broken?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
The fern.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, but what happens if I go round this? No, hang on. It's actually changed. God damn it! That's yeah, that's the only way I can go. No, I might have to go through all. No. I think if you have to go through all of that again, like round and round and round and round and round, before you can go straight down that hallway. No. Oh God damn it!
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, it's the other room.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
I can't know. Why? Do we follow the line again? Oh.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which this direction? This direction. Okay. Cool. Thank you,
Now,
narrator voice.
Yes, this is exciting. Just
Stanley's
me and
conscience.
Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What
Ah,
do you
crap.
want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
We're just gonna end back in the office, aren't we?
Oh, no, not you again.
Oh God damn it!
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Oh, it's like a child. Oh, it went up. Okay, let's keep going. Ooh,
Ah,
that's a pretty new room.
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Go.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny
Oh God, really?
awaits.
The use of words like that just... Okay.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Right.
Confusion ending. You're
End up
telling
in
me
the
that's what this is? It's all
monitor
one
room.
giant
No, it
ending?
restarts the game. First restart.
And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times? That's really
After
how
a long
it always
time,
goes?
Stanley dies.
Determined? So
Oh,
now, according
God.
to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall.
Punchline nonsense philosophy.
Well, who consulted me?
Adventure
Why
into
don't I
the
get to
unexplored.
decide?
Find the line
Why
again.
don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
Find the confusing individual schedule.
No, it can't be.
Right, to restart the
I
game.
don't want
Okay.
it to be.
Forgets the
I don't
about
want
the
the game
previous
to keep
restarts.
restarting. I don't
Attempts
want to
to play the
forget what's
story.
going on. I don't want to be
Prevented,
trapped
unable
like
to go
this.
anywhere, do
I won't
anything.
restart the game. I won't
restarts
do
on
it.
its
I
own.
won't
Find the line
do
again.
it. I
Begin
won't
following the
do
line.
it.
Find an identical replica.
And the timer stopped. Does that mean did we do it?
Find an
Did we break the cycle?
identical
the
replica
whatever it
of
is
the
that made
office.
this schedule.
Has
How would we
begun to
even know?
decorate. Attempts to
someone
make up
come for
the
us?
story here.
Will something happen?
No, it restarts the game. Okay.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this
So you
is
refuse
a kind
to
of
do
story. Wouldn't you agree?
that bit there.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh God.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Right, I'm
what could it mean?
betting
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
it
Perhaps he had
skipped one of the
simply missed a memo.
restarts. Or it just made him do it. Oh,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
right, we're gonna go to the right,
This was not the correct way
through
to
the thing,
meeting
and just
room,
straight
and
through. We're not
Stanley
gonna go
knew
down to the
perfectly
other
well.
monitor room.
Perhaps he
because
wanted to
following
stop by
that
the
line,
employee
doing all
lounge
of that
first,
again,
just to
ugh.
admire it.
No,
The lounge was sublime.
I might do
a
it in
work
my
of
own
art.
time, but not in this
eager to
video.
get back to
Or you can
business,
do it. You could
Stanley
always do
took
it in
the
your own
first
time.
open door
You
on
guys
his left.
could do it and submit a video for me. That'd be interesting. See if you guys
And
do
so
it.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on
Oh,
track.
but it's just straight into the... whatever. See, it's...
Yet there was not a single person
Right,
there
so we're
either.
going to go to the end, and we're
Feeling
going
a
to
wave
do
of
the
disbelief,
on button, not the
Stanley
off
decided to
button
go
this time.
up to his bunk. All of it
I'm sorry.
monitored and commanded from this very place.
Go out the door.
And
with
as the
mind
cold
control
reality
thing.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would
God damn
never
it.
again exert its
Maybe.
terrible power over another human life. For he
button
would
one?
dismantle the controls once and for all.
1, 2. Button 3. Button 3. 5. Yeah, button 3. There we go. Bonk. Button 4. Button 4. Button 4. Press button 5 and see if it does anything. If not, we'll just continue onwards. Button 5. Hello, button 5. Button. Oh, it did nothing. Okay. Well.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place, and to... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
Maybe.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yep.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Oh.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
God damn it. Okay, I don't know how to beat that, but no. There's got to be a way. Or maybe it's just a big ha-ha to you sort of thing. Oh, hello. Interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
He skipped.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
He skipped a bit.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he
Something's
detoured
got to
through the
have
maintenance
changed.
section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single
Looks like
person
no.
here either.
Oh,
Feeling
well, I'm
a wave
gonna
of disbelief.
give up
Stanley
there.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay, it must be a way. Someone will have chucked up a video on how to beat that bit, but I couldn't. Perhaps there's some code that somewhere in the room you meant to put in. No, I was thinking 427, but there isn't a 7. Oh well, who knows. But thanks for watching. This will be going up after the main playthrough. But yeah, hilarious game. Sort of just poking fun at all those sort of linear games. It's like you go this way, you go, no, you've gone the wrong way. You're an idiot. You're going to be blocked. No, you're not meant to go that way. So you're going to, no, you're not going to get to the end going. And they just restart it. And they just make it glaringly obvious. Great game. Anyway, thanks for watching.